I was going to do this video as like a sit down kind of video, like with my camera and my lights, but it's like we're going through some sort of heat wave or something, and I'm like not au fait with putting my lights up in this kind of weather. So I've got my dungarees on. I'm channeling my inner soccer mum / inner child / inner hillbilly today. And I just wanted to talk about body image. Anna Saccone Joly posted a video on body shaming and people saying that she was fat. She's not fat, like she's got a perfect body. Like, to me, it's like a perfect body. She posted this video, you should all watch it. I think it's got like 1 million views, so probably most of you have watched it. Oh no, don't tell me the boy's waking up. As you can tell, Max wasn't feeling sleeping anymore, so he is now going to join me in my vlog. I just wanted to do like a response to it and kind of share my own personal journey. Now, I have the utmost respect for Anna for posting that video, because she literally has put her whole life on the internet, and there was like that little aspect of privacy that she's decided to now put on the internet, and you know, it's opening yourself up to all sorts of criticisms and praise. I mean, this thing that I want to talk about, it's kind of like raising awareness in a sense. Mental health and mental illness is one of those things where anyone can suffer from it, because everyone's got a mind and everyone has the ability to generate negative thoughts. But other people obviously are more prone to it developing further. So for me personally, I've talked about it many times, I have anxiety. But I'm going to talk about something else, which I don't think I've mentioned before. I might have mentioned, but I don't know. I'm doing this for maybe my story can help other people. Like Anna telling her story helped me, because I look at Anna and Jonathan's life and I think, oh, they have such like a perfect life. And then she releases this video about her inner demons, and I think, hang on a minute, she's just like me. Like she has the same thoughts and feelings that I have about myself. And it kind of made me realize that, not that I wasn't alone, because you know, I'm not alone, but like it made me realize that not everyone's perfect and not everyone has this ideal optimistic life that you think they have. I've had anxiety. I've talked about having anxiety so many times. I got diagnosed with anxiety when I was like, I think it's when I graduated uni, I got diagnosed with it. So I was, 21? But I'd been suffering with something for years. But when I was 16, I got my first serious boyfriend, who is and was a really nice guy. It's nothing to do with him, it's just to do with my head. And he was on the slender side, is on the slender side. My best friend at the time was also very slender. So at 16, something turned in my brain and I was like, hang on a minute, I'm fat. I developed an eating issue. I'd been fine up to that point. Like, I'd eaten plenty and I was, you know, I was thriving. But at 16, I had my first serious boyfriend. That's when things turned for the worst. And like I said, nothing to do with him. Jesus, no, it was all in my head. I didn't have anorexia, I didn't have bulimia, I didn't have any of the other eating disorders. I just limited the amount of food that I ate. So I would, on an average day, I would have 2 apples and a chocolate bar. And then I'd eat a quarter of my dinner that mum prepared, because like she was my mum and she was preparing my food. So, but yeah, throughout the day, 2 apples and a chocolate bar. That lasted until I was 18. So from 16 to 18, I had a really bad eating issue. Then I went to uni, and now uni, I could cook my own food and I could exercise as much as I wanted to. I didn't eat certain days. If I felt fat, I wouldn't eat. I went to the gym because it was cheaper. I went to classes, fitness classes. I went to Zumba. I had girls around me that were like, oh, we need to exercise. Let's exercise. And it was like that kind of environment where it seems like it's harmless and it seems like people are just being healthy, but really it was so dangerous for me. But I was still, like, I didn't look thin. That's the thing. My is never looked thin. Even when I was like the lightest I've ever been, I was never looking thin. And it was a shame to me, because I was like, well, why am I not losing? Well, I was losing weight, but why am I not losing inches? Why do I look so fat still? And I just kept not eating properly. They were the tricky times for me with my relationship with food. And then when I graduated uni, I got diagnosed with anxiety. I got put onto antidepressants, and then for like, I think it was 2013, that was like the best year of my life, because I was like a zombie on antidepressants. I went to New York, which was really awesome, I went to Comic-Con and I started a new job, and everything was just really awesome to me. But I don't know if it was like me being happy, optimistic me, or whether it was me being a zombie. And also in 2013, my new boyfriend at the time, got diagnosed with MS, which kind of threw a spanner in the works, and it like turned our world upside down. It was a very weird time because I was still on antidepressants, I was still not eating properly, but I was happy, and it was a weird situation. Like, I don't think I was genuinely happy. I would think it was the medication. We decided to have a family younger because we didn't know what the future held. I've talked about that in the past in my Too Young to Mum video. So we got pregnant at the end of 2014, and then 2015, obviously I was pregnant. Now, when I was pregnant, this is what Anna talks about. I went through that stage where I believed my body had a purpose. So I wasn't worrying about not eating. I wasn't worried about putting on weight. I wasn't worried about getting fat, because in my head it was just max growing, and I was probably like the most healthy I've ever been when it comes to my relationship with food. And then in August 2015, a month before I was due, my work people just totally screwed me over, and I cannot stand even thinking about them now. I got really stressy, and I know this isn't like chronologically making sense, but I wasn't on my antidepressants when I was pregnant. So I got stressy, and Max's heart rate was dropping, and he wasn't moving, so things were just going from bad to worse. So I was fine with my relationship with food. I was in this happy pregnancy kind of situation, and then shit hit the fan, and then, excuse my French, and then my anxiety just came through the roof. So I was prescribed sertraline, which is apparently safe for pregnancy and nursing. I'm still not sure whether it is, but you know, I trusted the doctors. And I didn't take them straight away. I waited until I had Max before I started taking them. So like August to his birth was like the worst for me, because I was comfort eating, which I've never ever done before. I was eating so much food, and I would put on like 1.5 stone in that last month. So like the relationship with food has gone from when I was 16, not eating properly, eating 2 apples and a chocolate bar a day. Could you mind? I'm trying to speak. And then that lasted until I was 22 when I got pregnant with Max. And then when I was pregnant with Max, I was fine. I was eating healthy, and I was doing all the right things. I was having all the vitamins that I needed. And then August 2015, shit hit the fan, and I started comfort eating. So it's kind of like I'm binging and then not eating and then binging, but I never purged. And then obviously I had Max, and I was like, sweet, my belly's going to go down. I've got my little cherub. And my body was still like 6 months pregnant. And I was like, what is this? Turns out every pregnant woman who has a baby will still have a baby bump. Like, don't think that you're going to bounce back, because it does not happen. And it does happen, but for the select few. So I looked 6 months pregnant still, and that was not cool for me. So I got really depressed. I had postnatal depression, which I don't think I've ever mentioned before, but I had postnatal depression for the first 4 months of Max's life. I didn't want to be on my own with him. He wouldn't feed from me because he was tongue-tied, and I didn't realise that. So feeding was stressful. He was on my boob constantly. My nipples were cracked and bleeding, and it was just like the worst 4 months of my life. I didn't eat properly because I was fat, and I was in pain still from the traumatic birth, and I just felt like I was at rock bottom. And then it got to January, and I was like, I need to get out of this funk. So I changed my mindset. I don't know how. Max got feeding better after he had his tongue cut. Shush, monkey. I'm trying to talk about something serious. And it got to like January, and I was like, no, I can't do this anymore. So I wasn't appreciating my new little bundle. For the first 4 months of his life, I didn't really know if I was coming or going. And it was really sad, because I would never get that time back. But January, I found Vlogalates, and I found Lucy, and I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to eat healthy. And my mindset just flipped. I know it sounds cliche, like new start, new me, new year kind of thing, but it was the case for me. And 6, 7, what are we on? 7 months on, and I'm back into my pre-pregnancy clothes. My relationship with food is a lot healthier. I'm eating breakfast, lunch and dinner, and I'm having mid-afternoon snacks and mid-morning snacks, and I'm exercising daily for an hour, and I'm feeling a lot healthier. Like, I don't even know who this person is. I'm still on medication, but the medication I'm on is not as strong. I don't think I'm recovered because I still look in the mirror and I still think, oh my God, I'm fat, because I've still got my baby flab like most mums have. The majority of the time I look in the mirror and I'm like, damn girl. It's like the first time in my life where I've actually liked the look of myself. I suppose I could thank Max for helping me semi-recover, because it wasn't after I had him and after that, like when I hit rock bottom, the only way for me was to go up, and that's what I've done. I've gone up and I'm keep going up, and I'm feeling really healthy and happy and productive, and I love exercising. I'm kind of addicted to it, and I don't think that's healthy because I have to exercise, otherwise I get down. I still have down days. I still have really down days, but more times than not, they're happy days. That's kind of what I wanted to do in this video, is just basically tell my story, and maybe it helps someone else. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize if this is like all over the place, because I didn't script it. I literally just turned the camera on and started talking, and I apologize if my camera's a bit wobbly because I'm on my phone. And anyway, I know it's not like the setup that it should be, but I just wanted to do like a vlog basically, and I hope you guys appreciate it, and thank you so much for watching these videos, and thank you so much for subscribing. Keep spreading the word on my channel if you want to. I'm not going to force you, because this channel is really for me and my documenting life and my baby. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Bye for now. Say bye. Say bye. Wave. Wave. He's like, I'm not a performing monkey, mother.